We'd been exposed to AI. I had not yet found an agent that even sounded remotely believable. Half the time the customers were screaming human, 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 get me off of this. Met with Tyson and his team, and I was really amazed at how far they had come, what they had built so far.
We're about to go multi-location in 31 days or something like that. I'm trying to figure out how I would implement technology across different geographies. How do you think about that?
At the end of the day, each shop to some degree is gonna have its own language, and it's really hard to take one instance of ServiceTitan and get it to speak the languages of multiple shops.
How developed ServiceTitan is, there's just so many still configurations. I guess that's why all of these ServiceTitan consultants exist.
Welcome back to Owned and Operated. Today we're live at Pantheon. I've never done a live one, so this is kind of fun. I'm joined by RJ from Sierra and Tyson from Avoca. Welcome, guys, to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, this is we're in a hallway at Pantheon. So this is kind of fun. We just heard I think Pantheon just opened. This is my first Pantheon.
Oh, really?
And,
Really?
This
Yeah.
is crazy.
It's nuts.
Wow.
Dude, it's 6,000
You've been
people.
in the industry for 20
I know.
20
I know.
years.
And
Yeah.
we've been ServiceTitan customers for a decade, and I've
It's-
just never made it out.
It's the event. It's the one.
Yeah. It is pretty crazy. But yes, 6,000 some people. The vendor floor was fascinating. The food's been good. And it's been a ton of fun to see friends. We know hundreds of people here, so that's been a lot of fun to just walk around the hallway and be like, holy shit, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been cool. What's your impression so far?
So far, great event. A lot of great information out there. Excited to learn more. Excited to learn about what they're going to bring to the table. Really,
Yeah.
the AI conversation is going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's going to cause, there's always going to be a lot of disruption. I think it's going to be good disruption. It's just we're going to have to figure out how to adjust and adapt and overcome.
Yeah, they dropped almost bundling or something. Their pro products. It sounds like what they're doing. It was an interesting talk to watch, mainly from how many office managers are in the room and how many CSRs are in the room. And the answer is probably a lot. And I feel like that was, I don't know.
That was my first feedback I was sitting next to our COO and I was like, we need to go have a talk with our call center managers and dispatch managers.
Are they here?
They're here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was we need to go and,
Get
settle some nerves.
Get them into the
and,
fold. Yeah, get them into the fold.
Just explain that hey, we are becoming a technology company.
Yeah.
We have to embrace it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we're getting rid of everyone. We just need to figure out how we optimize for it.
Yeah.
Are you still missing calls after hours and losing leads while your team sleeps? Well, that's why we work with Avoca AI, Owned and Operated's exclusive call center partner. They answer 24/7, sound like a real human, and plug straight into your CRM to book jobs, send quotes, and even revive old leads. There are plenty of AI call centers out there, but we trust Avoca because we've seen the results firsthand. More book jobs, less wasted spend, and no more missed revenue. See it in action at the link below and start winning more jobs today with Avoca.
All right. So could you give us a little bit of background on Sierra?
Yeah, so Sierra, it's been in business since 1987. Originally, my dad founded the company with his two partners. We were new construction for the longest time. 2014, we branched off into home service, sold in 2020 to private equity, and since then, we've acquired 5 additional companies.
Yeah.
So we've got 6 companies in our portfolio in 5 different markets. Got a great team. We have 490 teammates throughout the platform. So,
dude, just go hire 10 people.
I know we're right there, man. We're right there. It's been a fun ride. We've got great teammates, so we're just excited for what we're building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 6 locations. How many states?
5.
5 states.
Yep.
What state has multiple? Or what states are you in?
We're in Washington, Idaho, Nevada, Colorado, and then we have 2 in Tucson, Arizona.
Okay. And when you think about, as you guys think about more acquisition, you're actively acquiring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you guys think about more acquisitions, you're all West Coast right now. Would you go to Cleveland, Ohio, or would you go to how far east would you go?
Well, first and foremost, I would never say no to a good company. Right, we look for good companies. Geography matters some, but it's not the entire equation.
Yeah.
Our COO, our director of operations, and our corporate controller are all on the east side of the country. They're in Tennessee and Atlanta.
Oh, really?
So
I
we
didn't think I knew
have
that.
we have the bandwidth to expand out that way.
Yeah.
Just right now, the focus has been the Western Rockies.
Yeah.
We see there's still a lot of great markets. There's Salt Lake, there's Reno, Phoenix is an opportunity.
Yeah.
So
Is Portland like? Is Portland good? Is Portland bad? Like, what do we think?
we haven't seen a lot of opportunities up in Portland.
Yeah.
The business economy isn't necessarily our ideal
Yeah.
avatar.
Yeah.
But
Sure. It'd be tough.
if the right company was there, we would definitely go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that I didn't appreciate. We started looking for deals, and I feel like you have to see this. And it came to mind when I was thinking about Portland specifically, but we were looking at a deal in Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh was kind of like a funny city because it's like big. Like
Mhm.
Pittsburgh's big, like top 50 city, millions of people, and there's no one big. Like, or there's like one company and they're like $20 million, but there's no like winner of Pittsburgh. We started like looking around and trying to understand it, and roads were like the big problem in Pittsburgh, which
Yeah.
I would have to imagine that's like Denver or something like that.
Crazy.
Like there's Denver and then there's nothing.
Yeah.
Right? So like
Seattle's very similar. Just
Yeah.
like the metro area is so large
yeah,
compared to Vegas, where I'm used to, which is very condensed.
yeah.
Traveling
Good,
far.
like good highways or something.
Yeah, and traveling
yeah.
far, there's not the traffic
Yeah.
that you have in like Seattle and Denver or like in LA. It's just for a tech there to travel 30 minutes, they're gonna complain.
Yeah.
Whereas techs in Seattle and in Denver are like happy that a
Yeah.
call's only 30 minutes away.
yeah.
So it's just those things, the perception you have to kind of like take into consideration is like sometimes in those bigger areas, are we just servicing a specific radius,
Yeah.
right? And then within that radius, what does the demographic look like?
All right, so 6 locations. When you're thinking about the conversation I'm thinking about now is like shared services and like how do we think about combining resources? Sounds like some of that, like corporate controller, CFO, COO, is across all of them.
Yeah, so we definitely want to, whenever we bring on a partner, we want to make sure we're adding value,
Yeah.
right? And so from an operational standpoint, making sure that we have resources that can help them grow their business, helping them put new processes in place or enhance the processes they already have in place.
Yeah.
We're not going into like completely gut and redo a company. We want to find a partner that we want to work with that has some runway. They're ready for an exit. They still want to stay involved though, and we can bring in some capital infusion. We've hired some of our previous Nexstar coaches, which have a wealth of knowledge, and then we brought on a director of HR. We have an amazing marketing team, so we bring those resources in with recruiting, and that allows us to take some of those multiple caps that an owner will typically wear off, so they can focus on like vision and growth.
Yeah, and I think I heard in all of that, call center dispatch. Like you're centralizing some of that, all of that. Like, how do you guys think about that?
So from a call center dispatch standpoint, we want each location to own their own call center.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer. Like if I bring the call center into one location, that's going to be the first
excuse
that a GM's going
100%.
to, yeah.
100%. I think about that with marketing.
Mhm.
Like we're about to go multi-location in like 30 or 31 days or something like that. And like my team, on one hand, they're like chomping at the bit. They're like, my marketing director's like, all right, let me look. And I'm like, dude, I know the moment you glance at their marketing, we own it. And then we've given them all the excuses they need to not hit numbers.
Exactly. So it's a collaboration with marketing. They have to have a dedicated marketing person there.
Okay.
They have to have boots on the ground. We come in, we help, we advise, we bring deals to the table. We know how
like
to
M&A.
Well, not
or like
just
agency deals.
Yeah, how to negotiate.
Yeah.
Most people are just buying off a rate sheet. We teach them how to go and like develop relationships with the local television studio, local radio companies. So we bring some of that in, just knowledge on how to like reduce costs in those areas. But yeah, where we do centralize is in like technology.
Yeah.
Right. So like for instance, like Avoca has been a great partner for us.
Yeah.
They are in all of our locations. We brought them in. We've been very successful from like a marketing standpoint, but we did have like a conversion issue in the call center.
Like booking calls.
Yep.
Okay.
Booking calls, just getting to calls, right?
Okay.
After hours, and then overflow.
Yeah.
And so we partnered with Avoca. They've been huge on helping us like maximize our efficiency within the call centers, and then also taking those excuses away that we were talking about, like, we need more staffing, we need more this and that. It's like, now here's the tool. Here's how we optimize the tool. Now let's go and utilize the tool.
Like primarily inbound overflow. Like nights and weekends.
We that's where we started.
Okay.
Was primarily inbound, overflow, and after hours. We utilize the agent just as another call center person
Yeah.
now. Like
That's cool.
they take lots of calls for us,
Yeah.
but they book right into ServiceTitan.
Yeah.
Dispatch gets it on the board right away, and we get it ran.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah.
When you're thinking about and like I'm mentally I'm 31 days out and I have 2 locations and I'm trying to figure out how I would implement technology across like different geography. Like how do you think about that? Like you stage it you do it all at once. Like how's the timeline?
Definitely, you want to. For us, we when we do technology on any location, it's always accounting first. We want to go in. We want to make sure
It's accounting first.
accounting first.
Okay, like
So-
what does that mean?
So we want to, if they're not on Sage Intact, we're going to get them converted into Sage Intact.
Yes.
We want to make sure we gain control of
How long does that take?
usually 90 days.
Yeah,
It-
we're halfway through our stage right now.
yeah.
I'm happy and sad.
It's Dan's got a good process. We utilize a third party to help us
Yeah,
with that, Baker Tilly.
yeah,
But we want to make sure that we get the accounting integrated, we get the banking integrated,
Yeah.
so that we're able to pay attention to it and
Yeah.
keep eyes on it. Yeah.
okay.
And then after that, depending if they're on ADP, great. If not, we'll go to ADP.
Yeah.
Then we'll do ServiceTitan after that. And then once we get the 3 cores of our tech stack in place, then that's when we start to add on the pieces like Avoca and some of the other products that we utilize.
Are you tired of chasing reviews and watching competitors outrank you on Google? Well, Big Reputation has your back. They're an AI-powered review and SEO platform built just for home service businesses. With automated review generation, AI keyword-rich responses, and heat map local search tracking, you'll finally get the visibility and reputation you deserve. Plus, they integrate with all major CRMs you already use. And the best part? Setup is free, and your first month is on the house. Book your demo in the description below. BigReputation.ai.
Who are you buying that's not on ServiceTitan now? Like what else have they been on? I mean, I'm assuming you're buying like platform size businesses.
Well, so most of the businesses we bought were not on ServiceTitan when we bought
Really?
them.
Like,
and so
what
out
were
of
they?
the 6, 4 of them were not on ServiceTitan.
Like what were they on?
Various like legacy softwares.
Huh.
All of them had a construction background to them at some point in time.
Okay.
So typically like a legacy construction software.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for Avoca, you guys started like a year ago
Mm-hmm.
and 6 locations. How did you drive calls? Like how did you do that?
Well, met Tyson at Pantheon actually last year.
All right, hell yeah.
Our CMO and Tyson had a great conversation. Ryan Field.
Yeah.
Ryan came back and he's like, I got this amazing technology company. They're going to help in the call center. And of course, I was skeptical, just like anyone. We'd been exposed to AI. It was great. You could tell that like everyone was going that direction. I had not yet like found an agent that even sounded like remotely like believable.
Yeah.
Half the time the customers were screaming like human, like get me off of this. And so anyways, went through all the onboardings, met with Tyson and his team, and really just started to like learn more about the product. And I was really amazed at like how far they had come, what they had built so far. He's got an amazing team over there.
Yeah.
And he was like, tell me what we're doing wrong and tell me what you need it to do to be better. And it would literally be like, we'd have a conversation with him and his team. And then within like a day or 2, they were making changes to how the agent was responding, how the agent was interacting, what we were looking at on the dashboards, how we wanted to see the metrics coming in, how we were booking things into ServiceTitan. So it was amazing just because we had a partner that was willing to work with us and enhance that technology at a very rapid rate for the business.
Yeah. And how did you put it into Vegas first?
Mm-hmm.
And then like 30 days later,
Yeah.
same day, like how did you drive
So
that into
Vegas,
all of them?
we spent about 90 days really focusing on Vegas and like working
the
on all
product
the
right.
kinks
Yeah.
worked out. And then after that, it was literally like 2 to 3 week turnarounds at each location with him and his team. It would just be like, okay, we're going to the next one. Because there's a lot you have to do with ServiceTitan as well. You got to get your ServiceTitan set up right. You got to get your job type set up right.
Are they
Change
separate?
management.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are there separate service? Are they separate instances?
Yes.
Okay. Does it make a difference if like it's one instance versus like the enterprise hub?
They're there's some slight differences, but basically, if all the operational processes are the same, it's pretty much a like a version of copy and paste. Now, the difficulties and nuances come when different tenants have different kind of peculiarities. There's different rules, and so part of what we now do is, when we work with companies like RJ's, we actually start and do a bit of a assessment. It's like, okay, here you have 20 locations, you have 50 locations. What are all of the differences in each of those locations?
Yeah.
How do we first come in and help you standardize both at an operational level as well as from a technology perspective? So then it's like, okay, when we start the actual Avoca onboarding, you guys are ready. And so that's kind of how I think about it. Yeah.
This might be like a dumb tactical question, but what is the actual benefit of running? We ran multiple instances for like 2 years, and then we consolidated it down. Now, granted, the Enterprise Hub just came out. This was like 2021, so like it wasn't good. I supposedly it's better now, but like, why not just run one instance?
Yeah, for us, one, it's multiple shops being in one instance where there's no control from shop to shop. People potentially going in and accidentally messing with somebody else's job. And I understand there's permissions that you can limit within, but at the end of the day, each shop to some degree is going to have its own language within that shop.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to take one instance of ServiceTitan and get it to speak the languages of multiple shops.
Yeah.
We use a third-party consultant, Maury Christmas, and she's helped us a ton with all of our shops and getting them as standardized as possible.
Yeah.
But even within that, like utilizing her and her team with the standardization of job types and skill setting with all the different aspects of the dispatch board, it's still, there's just various nuances that it's really hard to like get them all together in the same.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Even with how developed ServiceTitan is, there's just so many still like configurations. I mean, I guess that's why all of these ServiceTitan consultants exist.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think exactly. It's been, and yeah, I think we've worked a bit with Maury as well. So
Yeah.
she's very helpful.
Like, do you have multi-state operators that are in one instance?
We do. We have a few of those as well, but
Most people have multiple.
most people do multiple.
If they are in one instance, do they typically have a centralized call center at that point?
Yes.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, that's basically the question. Like, is that if I was multi-state in one instance, Avoca's you roll that out one day because you don't have a choice, right? Because or you could do it by phone number.
You could do it by
guess.
phone number.
Okay,
So that's the thing.
okay.
We have really quite a few large businesses that use exactly like based on campaign. And so when they start Avoca, they'll start with a few numbers, see that works well, and then proliferate it across their campaigns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like Matt from CallDad, 8 locations, but one instance.
Yeah.
But it's also, he does that. It's a totally different scenario because you're like all these different states. I think he's 2 states, but it's a chain of a highway. So it's like a very shared capacity, which is really cool. I think like it's interesting. That would probably be like just a one-day rollout or phone numbers by the GMB or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yep.
I would imagine that like a technology change like call center across 6 locations is kind of hard. Like that'd be a lot.
It's like to Tyson's point, you really have to have a culture of like change management. Like you have to really have a team that embraces change, wants to
figure it out.
Yeah, wants to innovate.
Figure it out. Yeah.
If you think about your traditional old shop, mom and pop shop, it's going to be a lot
here's
harder.
AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot harder. So you really have to, as you're bringing on a new partner, you need to be explaining like, these are the great technology advancements we're going to help you make so that they're excited about it. Because if you just go in and just be like, oh, by the way, here's all this AI stuff now, it'll never work because they're just going to resist it all day long.
Yeah. What do you think's up next for Sierra? Like, what do you think the next couple of years looks like?
We're excited to continue to grow. We think it's still a very fragmented market out there.
Oh, yeah.
We think that there's a lot of really good partners out there. We like to think of ourselves as a little bit different than some of the other like portfolio groups that are out there.
You guys are operators.
Yeah,
Like,
we're
you're
just-
real. Like you grew up
yeah.
in the trades. Yeah.
Everyone that like works in our business is not like their background is like HVAC,
the-
plumbing, electrical.
Yeah.
They've been former GMs, former operators,
Yeah.
former Next Star coaches. So we have a little different like DNA
Yeah.
than some of these other groups. And I think we're just like guys you want to go have a beer with and want to talk about
Yeah.
trades and
Yeah.
how to fix stuff and how to make customers happy. So
Yeah.
we want to continue to grow. We want to continue our growth on the Western Rockies
Yeah.
side of the states. And then we see an opportunity to continue through, the Midwest and
Yeah.
across the country.
Hell yeah,
So,
dude. Awesome.
Everyone knows leads are tough to come by, but what if they weren't? ServiceScalers is the no BS marketing team for contractors, and they're running SEO, PPC, LSAs, and Google My Business campaigns that actually bring in customers, not just clicks. They've delivered consistent leads for me tied to real revenue, and they can do the same for you. Sign a 12-month contract, and your first month is free. Click the link below to get started. ServiceScalers, no BS, just leads.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming on today, guys. This was this felt like this was a lot of fun to have you on. I knew I would eventually be able to get you on.
You
It
got
just
me.
happened. It had to be at Pantheon.
Tyson's the man. He can't say no to him.
Awesome.
So
Cool. If people want to get a hold of you, how can they find you?
I don't have a Twitter. I think I have a LinkedIn.
All right. So basically, no.
My email, RJ Magee at sierracoolslv.com.
Awesome.
Yeah, happy to meet with anyone or do a shop tour. Love to come do a shop tour with anyone out there. Like
Yeah.
we love going and visiting
Oh yeah,
shops.
yeah. We just had you guys out in like
Yeah.
May or June or.
I think right
April?
before summer. Yeah, right before summer.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, we got a ton of lessons from you guys. Dan was great too. Is he here?
He is.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. I gotta beat him up a little bit over Sage, but like yeah, it was good. Like
Good.
we learned a lot. It was good.
Yeah, it's a great partnership. I mean, that's what's so great about the trades. We all want to help each other
Yeah.
win. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Tyson, if people want to get a hold of you, where can they find you?
Yeah, hold of me. We can, you can feel free to email me at tyson@avoca.ai or just visit our website and get a wonderful demo from one of the wonderful members of our sales team.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, guys. If you like what you heard, make sure you check out ownedandoperated.com.